Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Whoa! And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, all right, new season, new opportunity.
Check that.
Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today. Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. Not what you want to see. Quarter 1 of week 1. What can they do here on third down and 7?
Let's go! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
Throwing now, Vic. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. Here's a run with Kelly. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage. But when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Here's Vic. He'll step up and run this.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they failed to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
On third down, it's Vic. He'll look middle. He's got his man complete. They hook up again. Second time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards. And a first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now, Vic. There's a short one caught by Taylor. And they'll get about half if they need it. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. Now it's Kelly. And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So, Sean McDermott going to send on the field goal unit now. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Bills are out to an early 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 6.
Come on.
They'll throw out of the gun. Open man downfield. It's Rice. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quick throw. Taken in. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have 1st and goal. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Ravens.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone. Because as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. And the operation looks to be fouled up there. This ball pushed wide to the right. It's no good. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bills offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They'll start out 1st down and 10.
Ready? 76.
To throw, here's Vic. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. From up and down, just shy of the 40. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing is Vic. Now a screen set up for Kelly. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. So 1 quarter in the books on our first Sunday night telecast of the year. It's the Ravens out front. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this.
One off line.
He takes off. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
The 46-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard
Vic
line.
gonna look to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. This one's gonna be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
Brought down back at the 45.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Vic. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
Open man, left side, he's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw is Vic in trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
This defense pinning their ears back, coming to get him again.
It's It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's taken in by Kelly. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. The extra point try forthcoming. It's up and through. And the Bills open the lead to 4. It's 10-6. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. Greg, when you step back and look at this AFC North, Baltimore and Pittsburgh, their rivalry now really for a couple of decades has in so many ways defined this division, and they set the tone for everything that happens when you are in an AFC North game.
Yeah, and you talk about divisions having identities, they have their culture.
That one intercepted. His offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 70 Timberwolves.
Now this is going to be a design. Oh, a loose football. And the Ravens have come up with the football. Well, they come up with the turnover on defense, the quarterback choosing to keep it, and the defense choosing to take it away.
Mike, anytime a quarterback turns into a runner, the defense loves it. They want to take a shot at him. They want to take a shot at the ball, and that's exactly what they were able to do here. Force the fumble, get the ball back. Great job there by the defense.
So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. You know, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025 here?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, and you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 of them straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow is the best player this year. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator and Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati happen? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
What to flip over? Who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team. Again, dealt with their own injuries last year with McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are two perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed out last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year.
On the set. Here we go, set. Drop goal 80.
They'll look to throw. This one complete right side. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
A gain of 14 yards brings up third down.
Here we go, here we go.
He'll look to throw. That's off. Left side. It's complete. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number one.
70 Lions. Ready.
Here's a run to the 5-yard line. Now here's second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Let's go.
Throwing now from the gun. This one caught just past the pylon. Touchdown, Baltimore.
And this is where it pays to have a strong arm to throw this sort of outbreaking route, Mike, towards the boundary in tight coverage. You got to have a lot of faith that you're going to get that ball there. If you're a little late or this ball is underthrown, it could result in a pick six the other direction. Instead, he fires it and he puts it on a line, and the result is a touchdown.
Folks, extra point is good. And the Ravens go up by a field goal as they lead it 5-3. Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
Alert! Alert! Let's go.
They'll begin with a throw by Vic. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline.
And this is what comes when you decide to attack outside the numbers. You have to have a quarterback that's A, willing to make tough throws, and B, the arm strength to do it. He has the arm. I just think that one was a little too reckless, and they end up with a big interception.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got room past the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half. And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about is the impact that it's making on going forward on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread. But now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime. Each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because I just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just
trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down.
Run the stick.
A loss of 14 on the play. It's second down.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Forced to his right. That's going to be intercepted. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
Check.
The Bills take over first and 10.
Cougar 19.
Here's a design run. Oh, he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up
last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. And in motion is Smith. Throwing now, Vick. This is caught at 2. And he is out of bounds. They've got it. It'll be first and goal after a pickup of 21.
No!
They'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Bills. That his second touchdown now here in the season opener. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Ravens offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him. Davante Adams, I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a real household name, but I think that's a great signing.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, and now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith-Njigba, he has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college when he was a high draft pick of the New York Jets.
That is pulled in at the 5. And he's in! Touchdown, Ravens. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
Mike, this is a great example of a wide receiver who just truly understands the concept of spacing. When you're open, stay open. If you're not open, get open. And when you can do that and operate in the middle of the field, man, you are such a weapon and a reliable target for your quarterback. It's a great example of it here. He works to stay open, middle of the field, ball's on target. It's an easy touchdown.
Folk now for the extra point. It's up and good. and the Ravens go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. After the touchdown, out is Bolt to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. Greg, this AFC East, a division that really has been dominated by the Bills. The 5 straight division titles. It's hard to see who can knock them off that perch right now.
Yeah, I think until someone decides that that's going to change, I think you just have to assume that Buffalo remains the king of the East. And I think when you look at the bottom of the division with the Jets and New England, they're clearly in a rebuild. Quarterbacks and coaching staffs trying to kind of get themselves out of the bottom of the division. Miami seems to me, I don't know if they're ready to compete necessarily with Buffalo directly, but Miami is a playoff caliber roster, a playoff caliber team. They've showed it in years past. So if anybody's ready to compete, I think it's Miami. I just don't know, Mike, if they are ready top to bottom over the length of the season to get enough wins to keep pace with a team as good as Buffalo.
And 2 new coaches at the bottom of the standings last year, the Jets and the Patriots. And Greg, both guys who played for a long time in the league and bring a certain amount of toughness to the top of the organization.
Oh, absolutely, and it was very clear exactly what New York and New England were looking for. They wanted culture setters, right? It wasn't about getting the fancy play caller. It wasn't about the X's and O's. They needed to establish an identity and a culture of excellence and of winning. So, no question, Mike, there was a very clear mission, a clear path, landing on Vrabel and Aaron Glenn, and they think they have their guy for the long term.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Vic. The throw here is complete. And he's close to another first down. Brought down just shy of the marker. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
Alert! Alert!
Now this looks like a design run. Give him 27. And it's 1st and goal.
It's pretty clear why this offense likes to get the ball into the hands of this quarterback, huh, Mike? I mean, he is just so effective in this area, and now he has them set up 1st and goal.
Now, Vic. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Buffalo. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. Now return coming from the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here.
At this point in the game, you find yourself trailing. There's only so many possessions left here in regulation. And now after that 1st down sack, this is on the verge of being another waste.
The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down. Time now becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down. He's going to take a shot down the field. That is hard. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Hold the ready.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, it is 2nd down and 5. They'll drop to throw. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. The Buffalo crowd being heard before 3rd down. To throw is Hurts. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
To the end zone, but it is incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. For that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Big play coming up, 3rd and 7, and the crowd on their feet. Hurts will try it again. They'll look to set up the screen here. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
On the jump.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Ready? 19 tight. 19 tight. Let's go.
Hurts again. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead. Now a flip to the kicker. It's a fake. This will be incomplete. Not sure what they could have seen that makes this a good call. Going for it with a fake on an extra point, and they get nothing out of it. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out per the new rule to the 35-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Ready? Go.
Throwing is Vic. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining on the clock.
At the 43-yard line.
To throw, here's Vic. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. This offense still has the one timeout to use. 1st and 10 coming up now. Vic gonna look to throw. And he's open middle of the field. It is caught. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
First down.
So, a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This a potential game winner. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead in the final minute of this game. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Couldn't take the chance. They're going to return it from the goal line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Gonna fire. Deep ball for Rice. And he's gonna go all the way. How about some late magic? They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
Well, Mike, we're kind of looking at each other up here saying, do they have one more big play left in them? And they got it. When it's all said and done, it should more than likely turn out that play is the game winner.
Big moment here for the Ravens as they will go for the two-point conversion.
Ravens will line up.
Here we go. One final play. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 and extend the lead to 7 points.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the race stuff.
And he is going to be taken down, and that is going to do it. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Buffalo.